Could Jon Rahm soon be living his best life as the TGL won't be starting up next year after all? Hey everyone, welcome into another edition of On Tour with Jon McCarthy, presented by Callaway. Rob Wong, joined alongside by Toronto Sun national golf writer Jon McCarthy. And John, the rumor mill is up and running once again when it comes to former world number one and current world number three Jon Rahm and him potentially joining LIV Golf. This is not the first time that he's been connected to the PGA Tour competitor, but how realistic do you think it is this time around?
Well, you're right. It's not the first time he's been connected to it. There's been long-standing rumors. He's got a lot of ties to people on LIV Golf. Phil Mickelson is what was one of his mentors. Phil's brother and now caddy Tim Mickelson was Jon Rahm's coach at Arizona State and his first manager when he turned pro. So there's certainly a lot of probably whispers in John's ear about the grass maybe being greener over there. How realistic it is, we're going to have to wait and see. Until Jon Rahm kind of refutes these rumors, they're just going to grow and grow. Because last year, when there was sort of murmurs about it, came from almost an anonymous Twitter account with only 400 followers saying Jon Rahm was going over there. And even though it came from such a poor source, Rahm felt the need to address it on social media and say there's nothing to this. Well, he's yet to do that this time around. So I think that's what's got some people thinking this might be a possibility. And the thing is, if there is that much money on the table, I mean, doesn't seem to be a guy driven by money. But, they say every man's got his price. And if they're offering him $400 or $500 million, it's at least got to have his attention. And also, he has to be thinking, if it seems inevitable at some point these tours are going to merge, this might be the perfect time and the last time you can grab that big bag of money. And the star power behind Rahm means if he were to go, he also might even expedite, a merger or something between the two tours, because that could be the tipping point when a star of his magnitude in his prime were to make the move. One of the problems with LIV Golf from a lot of people's perspective is a lack of competitive atmosphere inside the ropes. Well, Jon Rahm is like a walking, talking competitive atmosphere in himself. So the reason LIV wants him so much is because not only is he maybe the best player in the world and a recent two-time major winner, he will bring a competitive zeal to that tour that it's been missing. So if they were to get him, he's been their white whale. It will be interesting to see. But until Rahm refutes it himself, these rumors are gonna keep going.
Yeah, it really could be a massive power shift if it ultimately does happen. Last time we spoke about the TGL, the simulator league co-founded by Tiger Woods and Rory McIlroy. It looked to be starting soon, John, but the league has run into some issues. The biggest one, of course, the roof collapsing on the venue where the TGL was to be held. So it'll be postponed for 1 year to 2025. Do you think this could be a setback for the league when it comes to interest around it?
That's interesting because I think maybe one of the issues this league had was a lack of buzz around it. I mean, it was a month or 6 weeks from starting, and outside of the real golf sickos, there wasn't much talk about the TGL. It's a golf entertainment simulator league, was going to be played indoors to a sort of a 2,000 person live audience and shown on ESPN. So the fact that they're pushing the whole thing back a year, they had a deal with ESPN going. So I do think that there's maybe was some concern inside the camp that either they weren't ready strategically or perhaps there was some, I mean, the roof fell in, but they said that there wasn't many problems like because of technological problems with the actual technology itself. It was just the roof collapse. So I'm not sure if they could have fixed that in time. Sounds like they could have. I'm wondering if maybe they had some deeper concerns about the immediate viability of this league for it to be a major sports product.
Yeah, pretty ominous beginning though for the TGL, and hopefully they can get those matters sorted out for 2025. As always, leave your thoughts in the comments section below. You can find all of John's golf coverage at the Toronto Sun.